Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video we are going to be doing the one dip makeup challenge. I know it's like very late in the game. I've joined the game very late, but it's still fine. I just wanted to do this challenge, see what look I come up with this particular type of a challenge. So basically one dip challenge is something where you take just one pump, one dip, and one dunk of your brush into a blush or a bronzer or foundation, whatever it may be. One pump, one dip, that's all you get to use. So you're going to be using only that much and create a look out of it. See how it turns out. So it's basically a challenge, and I've seen so many people do this. My friend Akshay Iyer from the Bountiful palette has done this as well. Akriti Ranjan has done this as well. So I also wanted to do it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's going to be a talk through video. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. Before which, please take a moment to hit the red color subscribe button right underneath this video, and also hit the bell notification so that you get notified every single time I upload. Now let's get started. So I'm ready with my bare face. I'm going to be using moisturizer first. This is the Pond's Superlight Gel moisturizer. I don't have like a pre-makeup moisturizer that comes in a pump or a tube, so this is all I've got. I'm just gonna take like one dunk into it and use it. So one dunk. I guess that's pretty much enough for me. Dude, I love this moisturizer. Next thing I'm going to be using is a primer. Again, I don't have something that comes in a pump, I believe, so I'm going to be using something that comes in a tube. I'm going to squirt out, just squeeze out only once and see what comes out and use only that much. So I'm using the Nykaa Prep Me Up face primer. This has been a very dear friend to me. Yeah, that's pretty much one squirt of this primer. So I'm going to be using that and just on my T-zone. Moving on to color correction, which is something that I cannot skip at all. And so I'm going to be using my favorite Makeup Revolution Conceal and Correct, and this is in the shade orange. I'm just going to dunk it in twice. Just do that, that's it. I'm not going to dunk it in again, which is not necessary because this is pretty pigmented. That's why I chose this. So yeah, so removing the excess with the help of the sponge, because clearly I look crazy. It looks very orange on camera, but in real life it doesn't look that orange. So yeah, now let's move on to foundation. No, I have to set this with a powder. So one dunk of my brush into the powder, and that's it. Is dunk, yeah. And here. Yeah, I think I got all of the places. In with the help of my sponge. Now I'm going to be moving on to foundation. I overuse foundation all of the time. It's going to be very hard for me to use just one pump of the foundation, but still I'm going to use only one pump because that's what the challenge is about. So I'm going to be taking my PAC HD liquid foundation, which is a medium to buildable full coverage foundation. My favorite foundation, which I used in the bridal makeup look that I did recently. So yeah, one pump of this. Wow, that's a pretty generous pump, I guess. I think I can work with this, but yeah, the clever thing to do is to dot this all over my face rather than dunking my beauty blender like I always do. I guess I need like a little bit more coverage around my mouth, but I'm going to fix that with the help of a concealer. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my PAC Spotlight concealer. Again, it's going to be like a PAC base, but yeah, this is a very full coverage thick concealer which I really like. I have the shade Frozen Caramel number 12. I do prefer a shade lighter than this though, but for today's video I'm going to be using the shade 12 only. Yeah, I'm not going to redip, so that's the rule with this particular concealer. I'm not going to redip because it comes in a wand. You can't really take like a pump and stuff, so I'm not going to redip and just use whatever is there on this wand. How it blends out. Oh my god, this is full coverage. Can you see the difference? This concealer is dope. It's so good. So that's our foundation and concealer done. I'm going to be moving on to powder, for which I'm going to be using the same Fit Me loose powder. I'm just going to dunk my sponge inside this and use whatever comes onto my sponge and not redip. This is going to be so tough, you guys. I need a lot of powder. Okay, anyway, let me just dunk it. I'm going to dunk it, get like a nice amount of it. Okay, that's a lot. I think I'll be able to work with that. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, I think I got like a really good amount of powder. So yeah, that's honestly more than enough. So with whatever is left over, I'm just using it all over my face, and now I have literally no powder, and I'm gonna just press this in. I'm gonna move you guys closer in and we'll do the eyebrows. For eyebrows you can't really do much, I guess. I'm just gonna use an eyebrow pencil and fill it in, and I'll be right back because I don't know for eyebrows what can you do. Okay, maybe I can use like an eyebrow powder, dip only once and fill it in. So yeah, let's do that. So guys, we are zoomed in. For eyebrows, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Eyebrow Kit. I'm going to dip into this shade only once. Maybe I'll dip into this shade later, but I'm going to dip into this shade first once, only once, and let's see how I'm able to fill into my eyebrows. This is a challenge, you guys. I'm like very scared. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna dunk. How do I show you? I'm gonna dunk my brush once. I think I got enough. Let's see. I've dunked nicely, but I'm going like very light-handed when I actually draw on. Oh yeah, that works. So I have to do both of my eyebrows simultaneously because one will end up very nicely filled and one will look like meh. So yeah. You know what? I actually like my eyebrows today, the way it looks. I think I did a pretty good job, don't you think? Yeah. Now let's move on to the eyeshadow. I'm very happy with my eyebrows. It looks really nice for just one dip. I literally dipped my brush into this darker brown color once and I managed to do both of my eyebrows with it. So that's something, that's like an achievement, really. So yeah, I'm happy with my eyebrows. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to be using an eyeshadow palette that has a ton of neutral shades. That's where I'm playing like really smart, so that if I'm not getting enough pigment, I can dip into another neutral shade. So technically that will not be a re-dip, and it will be like the first dip. I hope what you're getting what I'm saying. So yeah, basically I'm going to use my Morphe X Jaclyn Jill palette. It has tons of neutral shades, so I'm going to play around with a lot of neutral shades, and I'm going to do like a pink eye to match my t-shirt right here. It's like a mauvey pinky t-shirt, so I'm going to do like a pinky shimmery eye look. So yeah, I'm going to be taking this particular shade. What shade do I use? Okay, let me go in with this particular shade. This shade is called Pooter. Okay, I'm going to be using that shade. I'm going to be dipping my brush once, and this is going to be like very difficult to show you guys because it's a very big palette. So where's that shade? So yeah, I'm going to be dipping into this shade once. I've got not a lot of pigment, but still I'm just gonna place it on both my eyes. And then blend it. Okay, that's not a lot of pigment. So I think I'll be going in with another transition color, because I've done my one dip with that color. So I'm going to be using the shade next to it. I think it's called PAC. Yeah, it's called PAC. So I'm going to be using this particular shade. Again, dip it in once. I've got like my one dip done. And then I'm going to do basically the same exact thing. Place it and then blend it. Let's move on to the shimmer shade, and then I'll be using a deeper shade as usual. I usually go in with the shimmer shade first on my eyelids and see how much of a depth I need on the outer V. So based on that, I'll deepen up the outer V. So first we'll go on to the shimmer shade. This is going to be a task for me because I can't wet my brush. That'll ruin everything. So I'm just going to use my fingers and pick up this particular pinky shade. It's called Sissy. So this is called Sissy. I'm going to be picking this up on my finger only, like once, like that. I think that'll be enough. So I'm going to be placing it on top of my eyelid like that. Yeah, that's like a subtle pink eye look. But I do really want to go in with another shade on my inner portion of the eyelid, so for which I'm going to be using this shade. So we've used Sissy. Now I'm going to be using this shade called Faint. So this is called Faint. It's a lighter pinky shade, and I'm going to be using that on the inner part of my eyelid, but this time I want it to be a little bit more precise, which I cannot achieve it with the help of my fingers. So this time let's just use a brush and see, let's just use a brush. I'm going to be picking that shade up on this brush. Again, I have to show you guys, no cheating. This shade, right? So here, just a little bit of something. Both of my eyes look different. Wow. Okay, it is what it is. I'm going to be deepening up my outer V with the help of a deeper shade. I'm going to be using this particular shade called Buns, I guess. This is Buns. It's a very pinky mauve shade. Let me check what this shade is called. Yes, it's called Buns. Okay, so I'm going to be using this shade called Buns, and I'm going to be using that on the outer V. Again, one nice dip. I guess that will be enough. I hope I don't get fallout. Oh Lord, was that even enough? I forgot about my lower lash line. I've got to use some different color on my lower lash line. Okay, let's just save the look. I'm gonna go on to my lower lash line, blend this out, smoke it out a little bit, and then get back to blending my upper eyelid. I can't believe I did something that stupid. Oh, this looks okay. I think that's the only thing I can do. I can't do better than this. My lower lash line is done. So let's just ignore that and go back to blending my upper lash. Okay, so for inner corner, I'm going to be picking up a shade from this. Okay, I have to do inner corner and brow bone, everything with one dip. So let me just try. I'm just gonna use this shade. This is called N Light. Just dig my brush in there, and then once I get some, oh Lord, that's all. I'll come back if I can afford to. Oh yeah, I did a good dip there, you know, got a nice dip. So yeah, so that's my eyes complete, but I'm gonna do eyeliner as well. I'm gonna do one dip of this eyeliner, use it on my lash line. Just gonna do a simple liner, not a wing, never a wing. Do not try a wing when you have these type of challenges. So yeah, let me just do one dip of this and then just do a thin line, a very thin line. By the way, I'm using this Essence liquid liner, which I love. So let's just do that. Yeah, one dip. So yeah, for mascara, my favorite L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, before which I have to curl my lashes. So this doesn't really count as one dip or maybe one squeeze. Yeah. So with this mascara, it's pretty easy because I never had to re-dip. So I always use one dip, and also I remove all the excess. So you get a lot on the wand when you wanna use this. So I'm gonna get all the excess off. I'm not using kajal because I want my eyes to look really open, so no kajal. And yeah, so we just have the face to complete, and I'm going to be using Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer for the face to bronze up my face. I'm going to use this brush, get a nice dunk of this bronzer. I hope I got very little. Anyway, let's just good that I don't bronze my forehead and stuff so much. So this was okay. It's not like enough, but I can manage. Okay, so that's the bronzer done. I'm going to be using blush next, for which I'm gonna be using this Colorbar blush. This is the Cheek Illusion blush in the shade Sweet Scarlet. It's a beautiful blush, very pigmented, very smooth, very blendable. So I'm gonna get like a good amount of blush onto my brush, like you can see. Okay. Okay. I think I applied too much on this side. Looks like somebody punched on my face and I went red. Let's tone that down. Okay, beauty blender. Tone down the blush. Moving on to the last face product, complexion product, which is the highlighter, for which I have this BECCA Champagne Pop highlighter. The rest of the highlighters that I have are more golden tone and stuff. This is champagne tone, so it's not very golden, so that will match my cool tone type of vibe that's going on. So let's use a little bit of this highlighter, BECCA Champagne Pop Mini. So I'm gonna like do one, swipe and see how much comes off. Nothing came off, guys. Let's try. Okay, I think that was enough. Very well done. Okay, I think it does look good. Next, moving on to lips. I need like a very cool tone, pinky mauve lips. So for which I'm going to be using this, I guess. I'm confused between two shades. There are two mauve shades in this Lakme line. So I think I'll go with, or should I go with Miss Claire? Miss Claire number 62. It's a very nice mauve tone. Focus, will you? Yeah. Which one should I use, guys? Maybe I'll use Mauve Party. This is a little bit too deep. Mauve Ecstasy. I think Mauve Party will look good. One thing I'm scared is that with these lipsticks you have to re-dip. Okay, the formulation, everything is great, but you have to re-dip. I get to use only one dip of it. That's what I'm scared of. Maybe I won't remove the excess of the wand. I'm just gonna take it out and then just use it. Start with the center because there's a lot of product on the wand. Oh yeah. I'm out of product. Wow. Just managing with whatever I have. Okay, I managed to somehow use just one dip, but yeah, this side I struggled a lot. This side when I tried to draw, I was out of product, almost out of product. So anyways, I think I did a pretty good job. Let's do our hair and then I'll be back for the final shot. I really love this look, you guys. I got so much lipstick on my teeth. Why? Guys, I forgot one final step, which is setting spray, which technically I'm gonna do one spritz and just do that so that I get a little bit of droplet everywhere. So let's see. I'm just gonna do one spritz. I'm gonna be using this Wet n Wild Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water Prep Set Refresh Spray. So this is how it looks like. So let's try. I got it all on my eyes, nothing on my face or cheeks. So anyways, it's fine. I don't think I need a setting spray right now. It looks pretty okay. So yeah, let's see the final shot. So guys, this is the final look. I really like the way this has turned out. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the cool tones, the mauve cool tones. It looks awesome. The only thing is that I could have done the eyes a little bit better. It's okay-ish, but still it's a pretty good look, you know. It's not a bad look at all. I really love the lips. I really love the way my cheeks have turned out. It looks all blushy, which I really like. Overall, I loved doing this video. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and if you really like this video, then yeah, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share. I'll make more of these fun sort of content videos. So yeah, go ahead, please subscribe. I'll see you next time in another interesting video. Until then, take care. Tata, bye bye.